Hi guys, well now I am going to explain you how exactly to grip the ball for this kind of arm ball in the context of left arm spin bowling. Well, the grip will be in this way. The first thing you need to do is you need to cross sim the ball like this, okay? Now you need to grip the ball in such a way that you can see. Well, first of all, this is the thumb, this is the index finger and this is the middle finger. So the grip should be in this way. Well, you can see the middle and index fingers are on the top of the seam, okay, firmly, okay. Now the thumb, which is a supporting finger, is clearly down along with the seam in down direction, okay, or you can say in straight direction like this, okay. So the distance between the middle and index shouldn't be large, unlike in you know that in traditional left arm spin bowling the distance between the index and middle is quite large and also comfortable. But in this kind of gripping, for this kind of arm ball, the distance between the middle and index should be small and also should be meaningful. And also remember that it should be comfortable distance. Okay, you can see like this. Okay, now the index and middle fingers can also be known as the spinning fingers for this kind of arm ball. Well, why these two fingers are known as the spinning fingers? Because for this kind of arm ball you are going to spin the ball in backward direction with the help of two fingers, or you can say at least with the help of the one finger. Well, you are going to spin the ball in this way with the help of the these two fingers. See how I am trying to rotate the ball in backward direction with the scramble seam or with a cross seam with the help of the index and middle fingers. That's why these two fingers can also be known as the spinning fingers for this kind of arm ball, okay. And you can see the thumb should be always switched on, okay. It cannot be switched off for this kind of arm ball, okay. So this is the reason why we call these two fingers, index and middle, as the spinning fingers, okay. The distance has to be less, okay. The distance between the middle and index has to be less, okay. It shouldn't be large, it should be less and comfortable, okay. Now the grip shouldn't be too tight or too loose, it should be comfortable like this, okay. Now how to get the comfortability? To get the comfortability, what you need to do is you need to practice a lot like this. Try to rotate the ball in the backward direction with the help of these two fingers, index and middle fingers, like this, such that the ball rotates in backward direction with the help of index and middle fingers with the scramble seam or a cross seam, okay. Well, this is the same concept you are going to follow when you release the ball from front of the hand. Okay, and also you can also use the another grip for this kind of arm ball with a slight change. Well, we know that this is the traditional way of gripping the ball for a left arm spin bowling. You can use this grip also, but at the end of the day, when you start your run up and when you reach your return crease or a bowling crease, you need to change from this grip to again the regular grip which we use for this kind of arm ball, which is this one, okay. What I'm trying to say is you can also use this kind of grip also, but at the end of the day you need to change your grip from this grip to like this, okay, like this, when you reach your bowling crease or return crease. Just to confuse the batsman, okay, you can use the same regular grip which we use for the classical left arm spin bowling, okay. Finally the grip can be like this or like this. At the end of the day, when you release the ball from your front of the hand, the grip should be like this, with three fingers playing the major role, the thumb playing the supporting role, okay, and it should be always switched on, and these are the spinning fingers which backspins the ball, okay. And remember that you need to use at least one finger, index or middle, to spin the ball in backward direction, okay. So this is the way of gripping the ball for this kind of arm ball in the context of left arm spin bowling. Well, to bowl this kind of arm ball, the position of arm has to be raised at an angle of at least 60 degrees or more than 60 degrees. Well, the reason to follow this application is it simply ensures the back of the palm to face properly towards the side screen or the bowler, which actually becomes the key in using the power of arm in better way. That is, when you basically skid the ball from front of your hand. Well, after gripping the ball in this way, what you got to do is you need to skid the ball, or you can say you need to push the ball from front of the hand, okay, with the help of the index and middle fingers by spinning back the ball with a scrambled seam, okay, like this. Well, this is the phenomena which you are going to follow when you actually release the ball from front of your hand, just like a fast bowler does too, but with a scrambled seam, with the help of the index and middle fingers, or you can say spinning fingers. But you got to remember you need to use at least one finger, either index or middle finger, in order to spin back the ball, okay, to skid the ball, okay, like this. You are going to skid the ball, or you can say push the ball from front of the hand with the help of the index, at least index, or you can say the middle finger, by spinning back the ball, okay. Unlike in a regular left arm classical spin bowling, you are going to spin the ball in vertical slant up direction, like this, with the direction of position of the seam facing towards the point region, okay. But whereas here you are going to skid the ball. In fact, you can say you are not going to drop the ball here in a parabolic way, or you can, what I am trying to say is the path of the ball for this kind of arm ball will not be in a parabolic shape way, like this, okay. It will be a less flighted delivery, it will be a flatter delivery, whereas in a classical left arm spin bowling, the path of the ball, or you can say the trajectory of the ball, will be in a good classical parabolic shape way, like this. You are going to toss the ball in a classical left arm spin bowling, okay. The path of the ball, or you can say the trajectory of the ball, will be in a semicircle way, okay, like this, okay. And one more thing is, in a classical left arm spin bowling, the fingers, the spinning fingers, or you can say the fingers, will play the major role in spinning the ball. Well, because you are going to spin the ball, whereas since here this is the arm ball, the arm plays the major role in skidding the ball after hitting the pitch, okay, after hitting the deck, okay. So in order to make sure to play the arm as a major role, what you need to do is the back of the palm will have to face towards the side screen, or you can say the back of the palm will have to face towards the bowler, okay, so that the arm can play the major role in skidding the ball. I mean, the arm gets the more power when the back of the palm faces towards the side screen or faces the bowler, okay. So when the arm gets the major role, or when the arm gets into the power, okay, or when it gets into the party, what happens is the speed of the ball, or you can say the moving force of the ball increases, or you can say it becomes maximum, okay, so that the ball skids on after hitting the pitch into the batsman, okay. So that is the reason why we use as the arm as a major role rather than the fingers, which are used as a minor role for this kind of arm ball, okay. Now, whereas in a left arm spin bowling, the back of the palm will face towards the mid-off region, or you can say extra cover region, so that you can spin the ball in vertical slant up direction, where the arm doesn't play major role, okay. That's the difference. And finally, you got to remember is, when you bowl a arm ball, you need to have the flight. I mean, you have to have a flight, at least some flight, so that the batsman can get confused, okay, with the bat. I mean, at the end of the day, the batsman can think it as a classical left arm spin bowling if it is a flighted delivery, or you can see if it is even a less flighted delivery, and he gets confused, okay. That's the thing you need to remember always. So finally, you need to skid the ball with the help of these two fingers, spinning fingers, index or middle, with the help of the arm, back of the palm facing towards the side screen or baller. Okay, so that the arm plays a major role and gets into the more power, and so that the moving force of the ball, you can say, or you can say the speed of the ball could increase more and more, and it just skids on. Okay. Well, in this video, you can see very clearly how the power of arm is playing the major role in skidding the ball from front of the hand, with the help of index and middle fingers trying to spin or rotate the ball with the scrambled seam in backward direction. Well, after the ball is released from front of the hand, the ball rotates in this way. Well, the ball rotates in this way, you can see, with a scrambled seam. Okay, with a scrambled seam, and when it hits the deck, it just skids on and moves into the batsman after hitting the pitch. Okay, it rotates in back direction, or you can say it spins back, but with a scrambled seam, it skids on. Okay, like this. So, even from this angle, you can see how nicely the ball is spinning in backward direction, along with the scrambled seam or cross seam facing towards the batsman or leg slip region, which finally rushes into the batsman after hitting the pitch. So this is what the concept is all about for this kind of arm ball in the context of left arm spin bowling. Okay.